Hello everybody. This is going to be a slightly different video. I was watching Abdul Shamir. Now, he is an ex-Muslim who converted to atheism. He's kind of like the apostate prophet. I don't know, you can look, you can kind of see my phone by my bed right there. I was kind of watching it as I laid in bed. And he's doing a video on women's rights and Islam, and that got me thinking about women's rights in Christianity. I want to do a video on that, but I'm a little bit worried because I did the video on abortion and it took all of 5 seconds for someone to say, well, you're not a woman, Trey, you're not thinking about the woman. And, so if I do a whole video dedicated to women's rights, I don't even want to see what's going to come out of that. But at the end of the day, it got me thinking about a certain church. The church I'm talking about is the Faith Bible Baptist Church of Eden. It's where I was baptized. The reason I thought about this church is because they paid for me to go to a summer camp with them. I couldn't afford it, and they paid for it for me. And we couldn't wear shorts. And that was the oddest thing to me, because you think you go to summer camp, you pack shorts, but they had a thing where they thought they didn't want to dispute over the shorts. They didn't want to go through, this person's wearing shorts that are too short, so they said, guys have to wear pants. I came back home from that summer trip thinking to myself, the guys had to wear pants, the girls got to wear dresses. If I hear one more person tell me that Christianity is too harsh on women again, after I just had to stand out in a grass field in the sun wearing pants on a summer day while the women got to wear dresses, I don't know. I just don't know. I might go crazy. But one thought kind of led to another, and I was drawn back to the abortion thing. One of the most common things is that people say, I have too many kids already. How can I possibly have another one? I even watched a video, this feminist said that she got an abortion because she couldn't handle another kid, and she thought, I'm doing this for my kids. This is what's best for them. And I'm like, which kids? The ones outside or inside you? It certainly ain't good for the ones inside you. But nonetheless, it got me thinking back to this church, because this church was so much more to me than just a church. It was a whole community, and it was really nice. I remember the guy there who is the head pastor, the guy by the name of Pastor Kowal, and he ended up helping me and my family out. Not once, but twice. He helped us out a lot with very expensive things. First, he just gave us a check to help. Second, I believe it was him who orchestrated a lawn maintenance operation. My parents, my family were afraid of getting sued by the landlord because of the grass. We lived on a very large patch of land. We couldn't cut the grass. Our lawnmower broke, and we had to move, and we were afraid we were going to get sued because this is how we left it looking. And, the church went ahead and covered all that, and we got an entire lawn maintenance crew out to cut our lawn. A very big thing of land. I don't want to use exact numbers, but between the 2 times they helped my family, it was a lot of money. It was definitely a lot. They came by when they realized that I didn't come to church, not to nag me, but just to ask me about my graduation. They brought it up and they said, you haven't been to church lately. Another thing that happened is, one of the other church leaders took me out to drive, and I said, I say they have a whole community because you may know the old saying, and this goes back to possibly some things on abortion. It takes two parents to make a kid. It takes a whole village to raise a family. Luckily for that church community, they have the whole village of Angola. And people or women usually who want to justify abortion, they say, well, how can I afford another kid? How can I afford another kid? And as I was in this community, I felt like I never really had to worry about that. I mean, I'm not a woman, but, let's say they did. One girl got pregnant and, they're worried the family can't handle another kid. It was very obvious that the entire community was there for them. They would help money-wise, they would help food-wise. In other words, aborting a child because you couldn't take care of it was never going to be an issue. These people, the community that surrounds the Faith Bible Baptist Church of Eden, they were definitely different from what I was used to. I remember during that camping trip, I wanted to say something on stage and I wanted to give a speech. I forget who it was. Not Up the Grove, not Coal. I can't remember who it was, but one person who I was talking to, he was very concerned. He didn't want me to go up because he was afraid I was going to say something in front of God and everybody that, the people would not like. And one other guy who was there, he tried making lighthearted fun of it. He's like, yeah, if you say something that you're not supposed to, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go, bees! And, the other guy's going to usher you off stage. He's going to do our distraction. But I didn't get to say anything on stage. They were too afraid. And, I went to these people's houses. I visited with them. We had dinners and food. And, my family was poverty-stricken. They always covered everything. I realized that when I was around these people, I kind of felt like a black dot on a white page. That has nothing to do with how most of the people were white. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. I mean, I just felt like I was so out of place. And they noticed, they certainly did. They didn't say too much on it, but they noticed that I was slightly different. And, it's kind of like when you have that community safety net, the community that can come with the church, the kind of fellowship, the kind of gathering, there's no worries. You can always rely on them for generally something. Right now, I am nowhere close to Eden. But at the end of the day, somebody from the Eden Church, if you are watching this, I wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done. I am still thinking about you guys clearly as I've made this video. This isn't a Sunday Apologetics, this is more of just an interesting thought. But at the end of the day, if you're someone who's finding it hard to maintain a Christian lifestyle, or maybe you're worried and you don't think you'll have the monetary or help necessary to stick with, such a lifestyle, just remember that you were never supposed to do this by yourself. You were never supposed to do this alone. And where you go with that from this point is on you. At the end of the day, thank you to the Faith Bible Baptist Church of Eden. Shout out to Pastor Coal, Mr. Up the Grove, who took me out driving. His wife, Mrs. Up the Grove, who cooked. I do not remember any of the kids' names. I feel awful. I think Malachi was one of them. I can't remember anyone else's. At the end of the day, though, thank you all sincerely. From the bottom of my heart, I'm doing much better. I hope to swing by and see you all again soon. Godspeed.